This is Viva, your daily dose of today's top news. Now, first of all, perhaps the most important news. We've got a new Inspector General of Police. Datuk Sri Muhammad Fuzi Harun has been picked as the new IGP. He was previously Director of the Special Branch. But get this, Fuzi was picked ahead of current Deputy IGP Tan Sri Nur Rashid Ibrahim, a move that shocked quite a lot of people. Now, the real reason as to why Rashid has been snubbed for the top post after so long being the deputy remains unknown. Now, the new IGP Fuzi has come out of the blocks quite quickly and said his #1 priority is to tackle terrorism. Now, considering the current circumstances and the current state of the police force and also the nation, is it correct to make this the topmost priority for the new IGP?
It's not wrong for the new IGP to give priority to fight against terrorism. But to me, the most important priority will be to get the public confidence, because by getting the public confidence, we can solve a lot of problems, including terrorism.
North Korea said it has tested a hydrogen bomb this time, renewing calls for more sanctions to be put on the nation. But here's the thing, how much more can we sanction North Korea? The reclusive nation has been sanctioned countless times, the latest one being after the last missile launch, which the UN has actually imposed sanctions that will damage sectors in the North Korean economy, ranging from coal to iron to even seafood. And this particular sanction is expected to do about $1 billion worth of economic damage to the nation. We employ a different strategy. Maybe we should try its neighbour, big brother, China. 90% of North Korea's trade is done with China. And guess what? We may never know the true extent and volume of the trade, because China has stopped reporting figures of trade between itself and also North Korea since the past few years. For example, crude oil, China does not report how much it exports and imports from North Korea. So it begs the question, should we stop it with the economic sanctions? Should we look towards China for a viable solution moving forward? Bank Negara has released the economic performance for July this year. Amongst the key takeaways is inflation, which continued to moderate to 3.2%, fueled by, no pun intended, cheaper petrol prices. For example, it said around 95 averaged just 160 per litre in July compared to 2 ringgit per litre in June. This is quite important because it is setting the right environment for the nation's economy, and also in particular for the nation's sectors and industries to better rationalise and consolidate in view of a continuously volatile global economy. If you recall, one such effort between RHB and AmBank did not materialise, sadly. But after the RHB-AmBank merger fell through, perhaps for the first time, AmBank Group CEO Datuk Sulaiman Tahi has spoken to Astro AWANI, and here's what he said.
In any merger, we always negotiate on our terms. It's always that way. And sometimes, you know, the terms are acceptable, sometimes it's not. This is not the only merger that's failed. Many mergers sometimes didn't work out because, you know, we disagree. I cannot disclose the specific terms, but surely, you know, the terms need to be agreed by both sides. And somehow, you know, those terms, some of the terms were not agreeable, so as such we couldn't continue. I wouldn't be able to say any specifics now. We have always got these ambitions to become a top 4 bank, not necessarily from asset size, but from a market cap perspective, i.e. value to shareholders. And we'll continue with that plan. I think the traction has started to kick in. We're seeing some very good loan growth in the areas that we want to grow. We're seeing some good CASA growth. We're seeing some good growth in the areas, for example, segment that we want to grow, like SME, clearly. So because that, you know, I'm very positive that we'll get to where we want to be by 2020.